Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Singaporean Talks Money. So today will be a very interesting topic. Before I start, I would like to say that in no way am I trying to show off in terms of my portfolio, and I just want to share a guide on how I record my stock holdings as well as my crypto holdings in Google Sheets, and just to keep like a memory sake of currently what value of my portfolio is, and we will see maybe from 2 years, 1 year from now how it has progressed. So another disclaimer is that I'm not encouraging you to buy any of the stocks in the portfolio, as you would need to do your own due diligence before embarking on any buy positions. So yep, I'm sure I've just reviewed just now what I'll be covering today. I'll be sharing my portfolio tracker in terms of using Google Sheets. So I have actually been using Investing Note to track my portfolio, but decided to also create a Google Sheet for it, since my portfolio size is not that huge yet, which means that it will be easier to port over the data and also to input the necessary formulas. So it is a really simple tracker, as I am no expert in Excel, and it really just contains the most basic details. I like to go through it and also the process of how I created it. Definitely, as I've mentioned just now, for memory's sake as well, so that I'm able to see where am I at currently, and what do I want to see in like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years from now. So let's talk about categorization. So currently I hold Singapore, Hong Kong and US stocks, and also cryptocurrencies in terms of my whole investment portfolio. So I also include the currency for investments, which they are in, before finally converting them to the Singapore dollar, so that I'm able to see a final full amount of it. So let's move on to the explanation of the whole table. So as you can see, the first top part are my Singapore holdings, where I currently have 9 holdings, and most are in small amounts, as I have mentioned in previous videos, where my Singapore stocks holding were all bought in very small proportions, and I'm currently not adding more positions into my Singapore holdings, and I'm just holding on for dividends. So for the headings, I use stocks, number of shares, cost price and market price. I've hidden my cost price as I'm not really very comfortable showing it right now, so just want to keep some privacy on that. So for Singapore stocks, Google Finance is unable to extract the real-time prices. Hence, I need to manually put in the market prices in order to get the latest updated value. So just now, as I've mentioned, the cost price is in my columns D, and then E would be the current market price. So let's talk about the conversion. Next would be my Hong Kong holdings, which actually is only one, which is the tracker of Hong Kong. And this ETF tracks the Hang Seng Index. I do not have a large amount of it, and it was bought during a few regular savings plan with FSMone, and I bought it relatively at a good price, I would say. So for Hong Kong holdings, I'm able to extract out the real-time prices of it by using the formula equal Google Finance, and then the bracket, the ticker, which is 2,800, to get the price of it. Hence, this explains the ticker column, as it helps me to extract the prices from Google Finance. Similarly, with my US stock holdings, I use the same formula, equal Google Finance, bracket, ticker, close bracket, to get the prices. So as you can see, I have collated also their total value in green, at there, and then the final total volume in terms of my whole portfolio in Singapore dollars is in black color. So conversion of currencies and the sum of value. So for converting the value of my US holdings from US dollars to Singapore dollars, I use the formula equal Google Finance bracket currency and then US dollar to Singapore dollar, which you can see here. And this gives me the value of US dollar $1 in SGD, which I then times the value of my US portfolio with it. Similarly, that's also what I do for my Hong Kong holdings. You're able to switch the formulas around as you wish, depending on which you are comfortable with. So for cryptocurrencies, I use these few formulas to extract out the prices. Of course, for cryptocurrencies, the prices are ever changing, and my holdings are also not as precise as it is, because I do put some of my cryptocurrencies with Honot, and then that pays me interest as well. And yeah, so the holdings are not finalized, but just a rough gauge of how much it is. So yep, that's it for my portfolio tracker that I created with Google Sheets. I find it good to have a tracker, and even better if it can have real-time prices where I can go in and then just see the updated prices. Yeah, in terms of Singapore stocks, so far I haven't been able to find a formula that can give me real-time prices. So if you do have any suggestion, can comment down below. So how do you actually track your portfolio and stock holdings? Do let me know as well, and if whether mine can be improved. Hope you guys enjoy today's short video, and don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you.